entered into Tony Tone's world. The Tony Tone's world.
Ah, shit. What's up, buddy?
My eyes.
You got pink eye.
Oh, they're hurting from having to see your face again.
Yeah, right. You're talking to this fucking future Super Bowl champion fan right now.
Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I don't know about that. Let's see if you can get through the Bears. Through the Packers this week before you go and talk about anything related to Super Bowl.
Brother, you don't want to sport your hat today?
I got it right here.
Nah, this way. Well, R.I.P. to the Dallas Cowboys, the offense,
the
defense.
Whoa, with the R.I.P.
R.I.P.
buddy.
I mean, you guys only have like a 1% chance to make the playoffs, right? Isn't it 1%?
Listen, you're saying there's a chance, baby. You're saying there's a chance.
Linda, listen.
Hey, when there's a chance, there's a chance, okay? We never give up. Never give up, never surrender.
Yeah, right. We're taking all your goop.
Shit.
All right, let's get right into it, dude. Fucking Bears. I'm gonna go first just because we won. And we're not losers like you guys. So the Bears.
You will be.
Great game against the Browns. It was negative something degrees out there, fucking freezing cold. Shout out to Adrian for going out there and manning through that. I don't know if he stayed the whole game, but definitely was freaking cold.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, I mean, he had some unbelievable throws. He had a touchdown pass to DJ Moore in the back of the end zone that was, I still watch the highlight. I'm like, how the hell did you even grab that? That's wild. Entirely just a great game all around, honestly. I'm excited going into this next game. Obviously, it was first half, second half, totally different games for the Bears. First half against the Packers, they weren't there. Second half, they came back. Michael Parsons being out, that's going to be a factor. However, we may not have two of our receivers this upcoming game, so we'll see how that lands.
Bro, you transitioned so fast in the next week.
Dude,
I got lost.
I'm excited.
I wasn't even done talking about this week. Holy shit. You went from giving Caleb kudos to all of a sudden he was beating the Packers already. Dude, like, goddamn.
There's so many things. I mean, he threw for 242 yards for 2 TDs. DeAndre Swift still has it in him. He's a dog. 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 TDs. Let's go. I really, really love the fact that we finally have a great head coach. That we have a foundation, and it seems like the whole team's buying in. And we don't really have much off-field drama. I mean, other than DJ Moore having a little bit of a drama sort of scenario where he wanted the ball more, and then Rome and his dad. But, I mean, wide receivers always have drama, I feel like, in this league. Or cornerbacks or safeties.
Of course, DJ Moore wants the ball. He went from being the number one for years to all of a sudden you got two guys that are getting touches more consistently than he is, and Odunze is out, and then you got Burden, who's been getting more touches because he's slotted right into Odunze's, targets. But I mean, the truth of the matter is that's not even the core of the Bears anymore. The core of this team and what makes this team go is the run game. I mean, if the run game goes, the Bears go, and DeAndre Swift had a great game. Caleb Williams, yes, he's going to make those passes here and there. He's going to also be a little bit inconsistent here and there, and that's why, again, the run game is the core of your guys' offense, and this is truly where the success is going to lie if you guys can run the ball, and you did that successfully against the Browns. Didn't help that Shador threw 3 interceptions against you all, and obviously wasn't ready for that cold because he struggled, and their run game was non-existent as well for the Browns.
Dude, I feel like Shador is just getting that coach is just out for him. How do you start the game without? Did you hear about how he had the wrong wristband,
Yeah,
offensive wristband? How do you start like you have one of the most important players on the team, if not, arguably the most important person on the team is your quarterback. How do you prepare him, and how do you let that slide and not be prepared to give him the correct wristband or the correct whatever it's called, armband?
listen, they're just setting it up. Give it a year, maybe even half the year next year. I don't know, but they're just setting it up, and it's gonna be the Sanders show, bro. They're gonna fire his ass, and they're gonna bring in Deion Sanders to coach the Browns next year. And
You think so?
No, I don't think so. It's just just funny to speculate and say some stupid shit like that, but I don't. But I do think that he needs to figure it out because Sanders is going to be their quarterback moving forward. It's very evident that he's their guy and Gabriel's not. And if I was the Browns organization, I'm so tired of going to find a new quarterback that, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's shown that he can play. He's gonna go out there and ball. He's gonna give you guys a chance, and you need to go figure out everything else. So your fucking coach needs to suck it up, whether he likes him or not, and go figure it the fuck out, and put him in the best chance on the team and the best chance to win. Because if you can't get behind him, and there's going to be that rift, then one of you are going to go. And I'm sorry, it's going to be the coach, because they've already ran through quarterbacks on that team.
I mean, they have what, 4 on that squad right now, rostered 4 or 5 or something like that.
Well, they got rid of some, obviously, because they got rid of Flacco, and they got rid of the other rookie that they did when they traded him.
They still have Deshaun Watson on that squad.
Well, Deshaun, yeah, that's the other factor too. Is Deshaun Watson's technically going to come back, but if I'm the owner and the fact that Deshaun Watson, like, you want to be done with that whole scenario as well,
right? You trade him away from draft picks,
yeah, like,
or something. Get something for it.
Do something with him,
dude.
Let him be a headache somewhere else.
What would you say if I personally think the Bears are going to win out the rest of the season? They're going to win out. They're not going to lose one more game. Am I delusional? I'll tell you. I don't know if you know their schedule. Do you know their schedule?
I do, roughly. I do.
They play the Packers, the Niners, and the Lions.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While possible, I feel very unlikely that that's going to happen.
Who's gonna give us the L or multiple L's? All of them. It's at Bears, at 49ers, in Chicago. Sorry, not at Bears, but in Soldier Field. So 2 home games in one way.
Yeah. I still believe the Lions are a better team than you guys, so they will win.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just being honest with you. I believe the Lions are a better team than you guys. I honestly believe they are.
I think overall. Now again, I think the one thing that I've echoed before is just those little plays that turn into big plays. Those big plays that we should stop. We bend, we don't break. But of course, we're just giving up some long running touchdowns, a pass that should have been caught, that should have been tackled, but then they run for a touchdown, things like that.
So let's do a quick comparison. And be honest. Swift or you got what's his name over at
Gibbs.
Swift or Gibbs? Who you going with?
I mean, in that slightly Gibbs.
Stop it with the slightly. Stop it. It's not even close. Gibbs is phenomenal.
What about Menengai versus Montgomery?
Gibbs is far more superior than Swift. Let's be honest. Your bias, he's much better. Not even close.
What about the offensive play calling?
Hold on. Listen. Hold on. Hold on. are you taking Amon-Ra St. Brown or DJ Moore?
I'm gonna take DJ Moore.
Stop it. You're lying. I understand you can't do it because you're a Bears fan, but the fact is you're taking Amon-Ra St. Brown. You are.
Maybe in fantasy.
100%.
Maybe in fantasy.
100%. Amon-Ra is a phenomenal wide receiver. He runs routes like nobody else, and he has a quarterback who's throwing is perfect fit for their game. He's
again, it comes down to the play call.
At this point of his career, he's a more proven commodity than Caleb Williams. Does Caleb Williams have more potential? Yes. Is he better than Goff right now? No. If you're looking piece to piece, the one thing you guys do have on them is defense. Your defense is better. Your defense is playing better. You have ballers on defense who are making takeaways. It'll come down to takeaways, but piece by piece, the Lions on paper, player by player, are better. Now they still have to show up. The Lions still have to do what they need to do. But in my mind, they are a better squad. They are the better team.
I think Goff, unless he has a clean area to throw the ball, he's not as great as Caleb. Caleb can roll out. He can throw it in the pocket. He can roll out, throw it. We've seen him throw it on the run. So I'd pick Caleb over Goff right now. And going forward.
And like I said, Caleb has more potential, but Goff is a more proven commodity, and what he does in his offense week in and week out. Caleb is more inconsistent. He's less reliable right now than Goff is in their respective offenses.
I would take so as far as the running backs, I'll take our running backs because they can catch out the backfield a little bit better outside of
Stop it.
DeAndre Swift and Munanga can catch the ball outside the backfield better than Montgomery can because I've seen Montgomery play. All right.
No, Montgomery became a far more superior player when he left you guys. You guys did not utilize him correctly.
Well, well, he was a monster here too, so I can't say he was.
Right, and he got better when he left you guys.
Was it the scheme? Was it the scheme though? Was it the play calling again?
Of course, play calling is a factor, and yes, the Lions have taken a step back since Ben Johnson left, but they still haven't completely lost who they are. That is a high-powered offense. They go off. And they're one of the highest-ranked offensive teams in the league. So yeah, you guys go with your running game. You're not a high-powered offense or passing attack. Your running game goes, and you guys go.
Riddle me this, Batman, and you can include the tight ends. Who has a better secondary wide receivers and tight ends?
Secondary wide receivers and tight ends?
Yeah.
Well, their primary tight end is hurt. So
we're talking about right now. He can't do shit.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Their secondary their tight end is hurt. So yeah, tight ends. Sure, you guys will take that. Jameson Williams, he is a great deep threat and catches the ball out of the. I would honestly say he would go hand in hand with anything you guys have with regards to secondary wide receivers.
Second, third, fourth wide receivers.
Dude, you can talk all that. They're still.
They play a factor. They play in the factor in the game.
They're better.
That's cool.
They're better on paper. But I actually wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I heard some rumbling about your Bears.
That we're going to Indiana.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think it's just all like a leverage play or some shit like that. Apparently Arlington is giving them issues or some shit like that for building a new stadium. They're not getting they don't want to
support with money.
They're not. Yeah, I'm not really sure the details of it, but supposedly he came out with like some sort of letter today stating that maybe Indiana's might be a play or something like that. Could be a factor into building a new stadium, but I can't imagine that happening. I don't know. Again, I think it's just a far-fetched, just sort of a leverage sort of thing that they're trying to pull out of their back pocket.
So let's talk hypothetical here. 6 months down the line, they announce they're moving somewhere to Indiana. As
They
a
would,
lifelong Bears fan, do you stay a fan? Or are you pissed and say, fuck you, I'm going to New Orleans or something. I'm going to watch New Orleans. Because I know you kind of say they're your secondary team.
yeah, I can't imagine them if they were to go to Indiana, it'd be like Gary, Indiana, and I don't know if you know about much about Gary, Indiana, but it's fucking ghetto as shit. And tax purposes and things like that, money wise, I could see it happening, but I don't know. I think if they were to move like to Indiana, then I don't know if I could still support. I might have to jump on I don't know, Patriots, Tampa, Saints. I got a couple teams, couple
Yeah,
secondary, second, third, fourth string teams.
it's New Orleans, and anywhere Tom Brady went that he's a fan of, that he follows still now. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. That sucks. Like I couldn't imagine, because if you talk, there are a lot of people who've been in that scenario, right? I mean, you got people who were
The
Rams
Rams.
fans that
Yeah.
from St. Louis to LA to in that situation, Raiders fans obviously, and then you also have Chargers fans when they moved from San Diego to LA. The funny part is like, even though that's the one I always kind of find a little funny, but even though LA and San Diego, for those who don't know, it's all within California. It's all within 100 miles of each other.
Just takes forever
But
to get there.
right. But my point is it's not as if they left California, right? But they left San Diego. And if you ask like any of the true San Diegoans, they don't follow. They gave up on the Chargers. Like a
Yeah.
lot of them completely washed their hands of the Chargers because of that move, because they left San Diego. And it wasn't even like, it truly, yes, San Diego wanted to make the move because of the opportunity, money wise, yada yada. But San Diego really didn't want to help and give money, and were fighting him on the lease and different shit. Like it was ugly, right? So, but yeah, those fans don't give him a chance. So I was just curious of like, that would be, because I know you Bears fans are pretty boneheads sometimes, where like
No,
that same type of shit.
we're not boneheads. We just been in. I mean, the Bears been there since what 19 something, 1900s, early
Yeah.
1900s. So, there's also like a political play here. The current administration for Chicago sucks. Personally, that's what I believe. Think Brandon Johnson is just an idiot. So he's also playing hardball as well, and I don't know. There's just ultimately, truly, I mean, personally, I would love them to renovate Soldier Field. I mean, that's gonna knock. They would have to play somewhere elsewhere for a little bit, maybe, or I don't know how they would do it, but or they could do it in the off season. I don't know how fast that could happen. But then there's like, there's what's the word I'm looking for? What's the fuck, what do you know, like the union. I'm sure unions would bid for these positions and like jobs, and it could prolong shit happening if people don't get paid on time, all sorts of politics sort of shit. Personally, I would love for them to stay where they're at, renovate the field, get the park district, the city of Chicago's park district, have them stop maintaining our field. That is number one. I don't understand. We're like the only team in the league that has the park district that maintains our field, which is nuts.
It needs to go personal, like
Yeah,
home
yeah,
improvement.
yeah.
Sure.
So personally, I like where they're at.
That's
Logistic-
probably in the city contract that required for the stadium originally that
Right.
would be done,
right.
because that's that's a revenue. Of course, they're going to maintain and keep that for the city.
Yeah, yeah. So, as far as like the dome and stuff, yes, it'd be nice to go to a game in the middle of the winter, like last week, and not have to worry about the snow. But there is a nostalgia to it. It's just like Wrigley Field, you know? I don't know.
Do you think? Do you think that they would consider going turf over real grass?
It's, I mean, I don't know specifically turf technology now, but I don't believe you can have like legitimate turf, or it'd be very expensive to switch it out every single game for the because
Well,
of the
they
cold
have
weather
that in a lot
weather.
of stadiums. Oh, yeah. I guess I don't know. What is Green Bay? Is that real grass?
Yeah, I'm pretty actually let me Google that.
Because I know. I mean, obviously, one thing about Soldier Field, it's always been a stadium that's notorious for
Oh,
having.
so it's a hybrid surface, and Kentucky bluegrass with SSIS grass synthetic fibers woven into it to keep it strong and making it natural grass field. Do the
Gotcha.
same shit they're doing, but again, Green Bay is not using their park district to manage their field
Right.
conditions.
Right. Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, yeah, that would be the best situation, right? Is to somehow make changes or alterations and keep Soldier Field where it is. The locations, I mean, obviously, the location's dope. It stays in the core of Chicago, where the heart of the Bears are. I do always find it kind of shitty when they're in these types of situations where it's all political money bullshit, and it just really sucks when it's like, this type of stuff happens. I
Right.
get it's all business, right? Like, it's part of the business. It's part of, you know, the leverage on the situations, and, ownership's heads, and how they feel. And I don't know. It always just sucks. So yeah, I mean, I agree that probably the best thing that you would want is for it to stay there in heart of Chicago. But
Yeah.
that would be pretty shitty if it went to Indiana. Even not being a Bears fan, like, to think about the fact that they're like, would they change their name then? Because, like, I couldn't imagine Indiana being fine with them being called the Chicago Bears when they're in Indiana. Like,
Right.
that'd be kind of interesting. Like, I don't know.
There's not enough room. I mean, even like if they were to renovate it, they can only like build up really. They can't really build lengthwise because there's two museums on each side. There's
Yeah.
parking structures already there. It's already a bitch to park there. It's right next to Lakeshore Drive, so there's not much room there. What I could see them doing is going maybe a little bit south, like south of Chicago, like maybe towards like uh US Cellular, gentrifying some more area and kicking people out. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe that'd be a good thing. Maybe that'd be a good thing doing something like that for Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, gentrification isn't the greatest, but if people get paid, then fuck it, you gotta
Well,
take the money where you can. Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah, because, obviously, again, not to roil any feathers, but that's a pretty low income area that I'm sure that,
Yeah,
payouts.
it's not the best, but it is what it is. I mean, they've been doing it for the Sox for a while, so it is what it is. And actually United Center too, actually.
Or
All right.
fuck it. Maybe they just kick out the White Sox, knock down that whole fucking stadium, build
Yes,
the Chicago Bears stadium there, and the Chicago White Sox can go,
to
to
Indiana.
some other. Yeah, they can go to Indiana. They can
Yeah.
have their own state and maybe get some fans that, support them over the Cubs.
I agree.
Hey, shout out to Stump and Sam on that one. Those White Sox fans for that one. Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about the Cowboys. You got anything to say about your 1% Cowboys that have a chance to make the playoffs?
Hey, I think I said from the beginning it was going to be one of those years for the Cowboys in general. Even when people were saying all this cowboy talk of playoffs and this and that, I never truly felt, even if we make it to the playoffs, we were going to, yeah, sure. Offense is great, defense was improving, this and that. It was always going to kind of be in this roller coaster ride. Like, and I'm at the front seat of the roller coaster, right? Like, let's go. I'm on this shit. I'm riding up and down all the way with it. But I always knew it was going to kind of be this way. So was I pissed? Was I hurt? Was I sad when they fucking lost to The Vikings this weekend, absolutely. I mean, they let JJ McCarthy literally just piece us up. It was disgusting to watch. I couldn't stand it. I mean, they made this kid look like a damn all-star, and you know, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Um, and we lost the game. We couldn't put the ball in the end zone. We kicked too many field goals. You know, Automatic Aubrey, for those who don't know, our kicker missed 2 field goals of 50 plus this game. Hey, the guy's, you know, eventually going to miss some. That's just the nature of football. And he missed 2 in this game. And, you know, it played a factor in field position. You know, obviously that 6-point flipped the other way. So it just, it sucked. It really sucked. But that was always going to be the kind of the season we were going to have. However, I'll still say 1% is 1%, baby, because the Eagles suck ass. Fuck the Eagles. They're going to lose the rest of their games. The Cowboys are going to win the rest of theirs. And I'm going to ride that train until somebody tells me otherwise and they go and lose, because we're going to go beat the Chargers this week and we're going to keep this train going. In true Cowboys fashion, and they're going to edge us all the fucking way and keep telling us there's a chance, and then we're going to fall off the cliff with them when it doesn't happen. So, you know, like I said, I'm at the front of the roller coaster with my hands in the air screaming, let's fucking ride, baby. And that's just the way it is, because I'm a true Cowboys fan.
Well, you're an idiot.
That's all right. You know, that's just the way it goes. You're enjoying the high for the Bears this year, but you've been on a goddamn, you were a crash dummy for the last, I don't know, 10 years, just plowing through walls, getting beat up for I don't know how long. So, you know, which one of us is really the bigger dummy?
We've been on the teacups. We haven't even made it to the big roller coasters yet. We've just been on the little kiddie rides. Yeah. Eagles have to lose out. They play the Commanders twice and the Bills. So the Bills definitely is a losable game, but I don't know if they could. I could see them losing to the Commanders at least once, but I don't know.
Let's go. Hey, I'm going to be the biggest Marcus Mariota fan over the next 3 weeks, except for the game that they play us. And, you know, I hope they just go and demolish those Eagles, because, like I said,
I mean, you guys got a hard game coming up. The Chargers on Sunday, and then the Commanders and Giants. So those 2 are definitely winnable. But it's it's going to be crazy if the Cowboys win out and the Eagles lose every single game. That'd be nuts.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen is that the Cowboys are going to go and win it out, right? And then the Eagles are going to win
like the last game.
Yeah. It's going to be some bullshit like that. And I'm telling you, in true Cowboys fan fashion, we're going to be riding that high and just going to get smacked in our face by some stupid shit at the end and hit with the biggest heartbreak in the world. And that's how it goes. But I'm prepared for it. I'm ready.
All right, let's go into our picks from last week. Let's talk about it. We'll touch on the games as we go. Let's see. I don't recall how we did. And I always tell myself to screenshot the picks that we make every single time. I'm going to do it this time. I mean, we only got 3 more weeks left. So, I mean, now's better than never, I guess.
It's just the core of the podcast, right? Going in and
all right, so
being hit with a surprise.
We took the Bills to cover against the Patriots. Patriots gave it up in the second half. Was it second half or fourth quarter? Either way, they gave it up in the second half. They should have had this game. There was a game that they should have won at home. But again, the Bills just come back and they beat them.
They're a comeback team, man. The Bills are never out. You have to put them away or they'll find a way, man. And, I mean, we talked about it last week. Josh Allen is literally the MVP of the league. He should win it. He deserves it. And they came back and won that game 35-31. And I think that was my pick for this week. They were +1. I just had trust that they would do what they needed to do. It was a little dicey. Early, right? It was like 24-7, not looking good. New England, I mean, they couldn't stop Drake May. Drake May ran in like 2 touchdowns or something, right? Like he I thought it was. Yeah, yeah. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in this game, and I don't know. They just fell apart in the second half and let the Bills take it.
Another game we picked was the Chargers against the Chiefs. Man, did the Kansas City Chiefs have some they have some thinking to do in the offseason here. Do they rebuild? Do they put a band-aid over it and maybe get a couple players to come in? But man, dude, with Mahomes going down, whew, that was tough.
Yeah, yeah, that was it was a it was a rough week for injuries in general. There were some big names that got hurt this week. And Mahomes obviously being one of them. So that was a tough blow to the Chiefs. And then it's like it put so much uncertainty on that team where there was already uncertainty of like, what is Travis Kelsey gonna do? Is he gonna come back next year? Because he's kind of already been on the fence of retirement, I think. And
Right.
like obviously Mahomes is gonna be out through part of the season. So it's like then Travis Kelsey is not even gonna have Mahomes thrown to him for part of the year. And yeah, I don't know. There's just doubt there. They don't have a great running back. They, I think there's questions with Rasheed Rice. I think he has a contract coming up. Like, I don't know, man. We might have seen the last of Chiefs glory, as we know it. So that'll be interesting.
They got rid of or they didn't want to pay for Joe Tooney, the uh guard from Kansas City that came to the Bears. So thank you, Kansas City, for that one. Um, yeah, it's tough. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. When can Patrick can he play? When will he be able to? Will he be able to be ready for next season?
Every year it's yeah, I mean it's different by position, right? I mean realistically, yeah, he should be able to. Because I mean you have position players like running backs and wide receivers who rely on their knees to make cuts and do stop and goes and all this shit that are much harder than a quarterback, but it all comes down to the individual player and how much they're willing to push. Obviously a quarterback needs his legs to plant and have confidence to throw the ball, especially when you have 300-pound guys barreling down, at you, and jumping at your legs and feet and having confidence to, take that shit.
Yeah,
And part of Mahomes' game is a little bit of a movement, right? Like, but so it all depends on him. Is it possible? Yeah, it's absolutely possible. I mean, a lot of guys are coming back. And normally with that injury, they're out for a season and a half, or that's the way it used to be, right? Like you don't see them for a whole season, but now you're seeing these guys come back super quick, and it's kind of crazy.
yeah. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I can. Does Travis want to wait one more year or a year and a half for him to come back? Does he? I don't know. Just right off in the sunset. That's tough. I don't know. I personally, I think they don't really have a great, like you said, the running backs aren't the best. I think they have multiple positions that they need to work on. But they're also last several, 7 to 6 years or so, they've also had their picks in that very end of the draft.
Right.
Whereas this year they'll finally actually get some, picks at the front of the draft. So, I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's a tough being a Kansas City fan right this second. I will say though, I think the Chargers, they look good, but I think their offensive line will get them in trouble in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. Their offensive line is not great. It's been their weak spot consistently over and over, and it's been a problem for them. So they haven't been they haven't been great by any means. They've done enough, but they're the type of team that makes it to the playoffs and just get demolished because they have a weak spot, and it is their offensive line, and they
Yeah,
get exposed.
yeah. All right. Next game, Ravens Bengals. We did not cover on that one. We chose the Bengals. I think they were +6 or so, if I remember correctly. Um, yeah, Ravens fucking came out with the dub this one. I was looking at the stat line real quick. 24-0. Lamar Jackson, 150 yards, 2 TDs. I mean, not that great of a stat line for a quarterback, but I mean, he didn't really have to do much because Derrick Henry ran all over them.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw it, but Joe Burrow did not a podcast, but he did an interview last week. And in that interview, he was completely defeated. I mean, he seemed like a guy that was 1 foot in, 1 foot out of Cincinnati. Didn't believe in what was going on anymore. He felt like a guy that was defeated. And obviously, I saw that interview after we did the podcast because I'm going to be honest with you. I had no confidence, and I probably should have talked to you about it in the Bengals winning this game after I saw that Joe Burrow interview. He truly felt like a guy who's done. He felt like a guy who's done in Cincinnati. He wants to move on. He wants to go to a competitor and have a real chance because I just don't think he feels like it's it in Cincinnati anymore. And I don't blame him. Guy's been through hell for years and years, right? Like he's been a little injury prone and it's just like it's defeating for as good of a quarterback as he is to go through all of that. It's I mean, yeah, he's had his boys and they've kept his boys and Jamar Chase and Higgins and all of that with him. But man, that's
Who's the Raiders quarterback?
the Raiders quarterback. It's that bum from Seattle last year.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in my head, where would he go in the off season? Like a big
So,
market team, Raiders, Jets.
well, I'm gonna give you a team that there was speculation on, and it's the San Francisco 49ers.
They don't have confidence in Purdy.
Well, it's not that they don't have confidence in Purdy, but Purdy also is a capable quarterback that you can do
Yeah.
a trade with and give pieces. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I would hate that because Burrow would absolutely kill it in that Niners offense. That is an offense built for success for the quarterbacks. And with
Yeah.
a guy like Burrow, holy shit, they would be a force to be reckoned with. I would hate to see that trade, but that's a spot that I've heard and I've seen speculation of.
I'm trying to think who else. Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals is potential place. I mean, there's different places, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't see him trading. I don't know. I feel like they. Well, I don't know.
I don't think he'd go to like some of those other places, right? Like I don't see him going to the Jets. I don't see him going to Washington. They have their guys.
Anywhere indoor. Well, no, the 49ers are indoor or
The
outdoor. I'm sorry.
Jags are fine. The Texans will stick with CJ. A lot of other places, the Saints potentially the Saints, but I don't know if he wants to go there because they're in rebuild mode.
The Falcons.
No, the Falcons are kind of sticking with Penix, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe a Colts type vibe with Daniel Jones. I don't know, but it's interesting to see what could or what happened with him. But it was just relevant to the fact that once I saw the interview, it was like, oh, this is gonna suck. They're gonna get blown out by the Ravens, and they did. They didn't even
Score a point.
score a point.
That's crazy. Jamar Chase, I believe he had over 100 yards, right?
Yeah, he's
That's
like the only person that got the ball from Burrow.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next game that we picked. Panthers Saints. What the fuck, man? I think early in the year we said we weren't going to pick the Panthers ever again because they screwed us, and they did it again against the Saints.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They started out decent and they just couldn't put away the Saints, and they let the Saints
The
crawl
Saint,
back in.
the Saints could win out right now. They play the Jets, the Titans, and the Falcons.
I mean, they'd be stupid too. They need picks, but yeah.
They're on a 2-game win streak.
It always surprised me when like these 2-win teams all of a sudden start winning towards the end of the year. And it's like, okay, it shows you progression on the team and they're getting better, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, stay shitty. Go get you better draft picks. Like, really, what are you doing? You're already ass. You're not going to make the playoffs. Why are you playing better now?
Yeah.
It's guys playing for contracts. It's guys trying to prove themselves and so on and so forth. And, yeah, they want to beat the fucking Panthers like you idiots. The Panthers had a chance to take control of the division because the Bucks lost as well. And you go and shit the bed and lose to the Saints. Like, what the hell?
The penalties hurt them. They had over 100 yards in penalties. The Panthers did. And they couldn't, they gave up too many sacks. Saints sacked them for 5 times. So.
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible. Lions against the Rams. I think we both agreed on this one. The Rams won outright.
Yeah.
Rams are looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They are.
That was a good game, man. That was a good game. It was a back and forth game. I was a little worried at a certain point. Like, oh shit, the Lions may win this, and the Rams turned it on in the second half and just took it away. But I mean, I don't know if you remember. I called it like 3 weeks ago. I'm like, to me, the Rams are the most consistent and best team in my eyes on for offense and defense. Going into the second half of the year. And I truly believe they're going to the Super Bowl this year.
Puka Nacua went 9 receptions for 181 yards. He averaged 20 yards a catch.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, Devontae Adams, that's one factor, and I forgot I was going to mention.
Yeah,
Devontae Adams got a hamstring injury, and if they're smart, honestly, because they've already secured themselves, right? Like, yes, they technically still haven't won the division because the Seahawks and the Niners are close to them. But they can still go win this division the next few games without Devontae Adams. Like, they should not push him and risk that injury getting worse. They're going to need him for the playoffs.
And they play on a short week. And they play on a short week this week. They play tomorrow. So
as much as everybody who has Devontae Adams in fantasy football playoffs this week, they don't want to hear that. Devontae Adams, truly for the Rams, he needs to not play. They need to sit him. They need to, or make him extremely limited and only in, let's say, goal to go situations, put him in where he just goes in and jumps up for the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like those type of situations. That's what he's limited to. Other than that, he should not be playing. He needs to rest those hamstrings.
Yeah. Okay. So that is it. We had 3 picks this past week. So, good for us, I guess. All right. Week 16. Start down the list again. Pick 5 teams against the spread. These are subject to change depending on the spreads. How dramatic the lines change. I will say though, a little personal note. We don't typically ever change our picks just because we don't really talk sports outside of this podcast because we want to keep it for the podcast.
We do sometimes on Fridays with our buddies, but we don't typically ever change the picks.
Yeah. All right. Rams against Seahawks. Seahawks are -1.5. I don't want this. Again, just for the reasons that we just talked about, I think I want to stay away from this game.
I find it interesting that the Seahawks are favored in this game, and I think it mainly has to be a home field, right? But that's interesting. I mean, the Seahawks defense has been great. That's going to be a great game, though. That's going to be a great game. It's going to be very telling of some things because the Seahawks have been a team that I don't think everybody have been like fully like, oh, they're a dominant team like in the NFC, like truly trusting in. And obviously the Rams have had more of that. So they go and beat them this late in the season. That'll be interesting.
A couple weeks ago, these teams played and the Rams beat them 21-19.
Yeah, so it's a close game. They play each other hard, and that the difference there was 2 points, and the Rams were at home. So yeah.
All right. One game we're definitely not going to agree on. Eagles, Commanders, Eagles -6.5.
That's not that we're not going to agree on it. My hope and wish can be one thing, but what I think is probably going to happen is another. So, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Packers, Bears +1.
That's going to be such a toss-up.
Now I'm taking the Bears because I feel like, again, they played a lot better the second half. The loss of Michael Parsons. Who else? Oh yeah, Michael Parsons and Mahomes are the only two ACL injuries, right, this past week.
Yeah.
Am I missing? Okay. And I mean, I feel like the offense was rolling. They want to get their get back. I mean, I'm fucking hyped up for this game. Saturday night. I'm taking the Bears all day. But what do you think?
I'm completely tossed on this one of what's going to happen.
Oh, is Christian Watson playing? He went down with an injury too.
It did. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Let me see.
But honestly, I don't really feel like Christian Watson is their number one. I don't really know if they have a true number one on that team. Their wide receivers, like, they are so up and down with all of them, from like Jaden Reed to Dontavian Wicks to Christian Watson to Matthew Golden. Like, they just, all of them to me are none of them are number one. They're all just equally. It just depends on who goes off that week. And I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing for a team. Maybe it's a good thing because then you don't know who to double, who to do this for, who to account for. So it makes them a little unpredictable. But yeah, I don't know.
Both quarterbacks this year, Jordan Love and Caleb Williams, could possibly throw over 4,000 yards this year.
Yeah, they've been. In all reality, these two teams are so evenly matched. If you look at like position by position,
yeah,
it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy where it's come to. So,
but you don't think that pressure from Micah, or just in general, just the whole, whether you go emotional, whether you go game plan, whether you go individual, you don't think that plays a factor in this next game?
From just Micah Parsons? No.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, obviously Micah Parsons is one thing, but they've won plenty of games with Micah Parsons. Does he losing him, make a difference? Yeah, sure. But I don't think it's that significant of a factor.
All right, so for this game, you're not picking the Bears. Am I understanding that correctly?
I'm not picking either one, man. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Actually, I had one quick note. Did your boy Quinn Williams go out? Is that his name? The guy that you... Damn, I'm saying his name wrong. The Cowboys defender that you're all hyped about this past year.
Overshown?
Yeah, did he go out?
Linebacker? No. He's not hurt.
No?
Quinn and Williams, who we picked up from the Jets... He got injured a little bit towards the end of the end of the game, the D tackle. But no, he's not done. He just got a little banged up.
Okay, all right. Vikings against the Jets. Vikings -3. Now I can see the Vikings playing a little bit of what's that called? Like a little bit of
like spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler. For the whole NFC North here.
Yeah, well, they're still not. Their record isn't great, right? They're still like 6-8,
right?
But
Vikings
I can 100% see them beating the Giants. 100%. The Giants will score some points, but the Vikings they've been playing solid, man. And JJ McCarthy, if he continues to play like he did against us, granted, we weren't really pressuring him very much, so that's the biggest factor. But
Yeah. The last two games they played solid against your shitty Cowboys and the shitty Commanders. And then they got blown.
listen.
Then they
I'm
got
gonna
blown out
need
by
you
the
not.
Seahawks.
I'm gonna need you to not refrain to my Cowboys in that demeanor ever again. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we're gonna skip this game because I'm not picking the Vikings. They can suck my cock. Bills, Browns, Bills minus 10.5.
I mean, obviously, I like the Bills.
Yeah, 10.5. 10.5 is a lot of points.
It
But
is.
then again, you can't even trust the fucking coach to prepare his quarterback correctly. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen there. Chargers, Cowboys minus 2.
I'm ride or die, baby. Cowboys all the way. I feel like our defense is gonna, go and tear up that offensive line. We're gonna score some points in this game. The Chargers, they're beatable, and we're gonna go get them.
Kansas City Titans, Kansas City minus 3.
I don't know who their quarterback is gonna be.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh, Minshew.
I don't know. I don't want this. I want to, if anything, I would rather go the Titans plus 3.
Yeah, kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
But the Kansas City does have a decent defense. But yeah,
Tampa Bay at Panthers, Tampa Bay minus 3.
and listen,
And
Mike Evans is back. He was limited last week and played phenomenal. I don't know how the Bucks lost that game. They just gave up too many points. Here's the thing: the Panthers aren't taking the division. The Buccaneers are now going to step in and go and win the division by beating the Panthers because they left it open. They left it open, and the Buccaneers are getting healthy at the right time. Their pieces are coming together. They're going to go win this game and now take the division. I was all in on the Panthers and wanted them to win, but they went and shit the bed and lost to the Saints. And to me, they lost their chance. They're going to go lose to the Bucks. The Bucks win.
I like that pick. You just got me hyped up to take that pick. So yes, we're taking the Bucks minus 3. Jets, Saints minus 4.5. Jets absolutely suck.
They're terrible. I mean, when you say terrible, like you literally, the definition has the Jets in it. Like they are terrible. I'll take the Saints all day in that game.
Yeah, same. All right. Bengals, Dolphins. Dolphins absolutely suck too.
The Dolphins are bad, and they're possibly going to get worse because they're also benching Tua this week. They're going with their backup in Ewers to see what he has to give him some reps. The guy did decent in college. First game going against the Bengals. Listen, if you're going to face any team in your first game of the season, you're going to play the Bengals defense. I mean, shit, you can give anybody a chance against that defense. However, the Dolphins are just as bad when it comes to defense, and Burrow is playing. So you got to go Bengals in this game. You can't take a rookie over Burrow when you have a bad team. Like you just can't.
I agree. The Dolphins suck. But the Dolphins beat the Jets. So they just suck. So it gives me even more promise about the Saints.
The only factor in that game that's going to be one that's like if A-Chain takes over that game. If A-Chain takes over that game, I could see some light for the Dolphins. However, I still think that Burrow
lights up that secondary.
Lights them up. Exactly. I do.
Yeah. Jags at Broncos minus 3. Now, this might be the team you needed to hop on because Bo Nix is balling.
Bo Nix had the game of his life last week. He had the game of his life last week. It's probably his best game period he's ever had. He played, great against the Packers. And, some people say he's the reason why Micah Parsons has a bum ACL or has a busted ACL.
He juked the shit out of him.
Yeah, he did. He made him put on the Jets and did a little stop and go shit. And, and Parsons just planted and there buckled that knee. So, but the Jags are balling, bro.
Jags are quiet. They are quietly balling. Yes,
man. They just went and beat the Titans. They went and took control of their division. They're 11-4 or some shit. They're playing great. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. 10-4. Biggest
Yeah.
difference to me, the Broncos still have a quality defense. It doesn't beat people into the ground, but it keeps them at bay. It keeps them, level. And dude, Patrick Surtain, I don't know if you saw his interception this past week. It was absolutely beautiful. That guy is still to me one of the top DBs in the game consistently. And yeah, I do agree. I think the Broncos win.
Was that the interception that was like for like 40 some yards or some shit? Was it a run back for a
Yeah, like
touchdown? Yeah.
Patrick Surtain is a dog. He is a dog.
Yeah. I mean, the Jags, I mean, honestly, they beat the Jets, they beat the Colts, they beat the Titans, the Cardinals, blew out the Chargers, they lost to the Texans. So they haven't really played a quality team since November 9th.
Yeah.
And then before that, they played the Rams, the Raiders, the Seahawks they lost to. They lost to the Rams. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a questionable, I don't
And
know, questionable record in my
it's
eyes.
in Denver in Mile High.
Right.
And the Jags are coming all the way from Florida.
Yeah.
You're going from very low elevation to high elevation. It's going to be a factor in this game for these guys.
What do you think about switching out? I like the Saints over the Jets. What do you think about switching over, taking the Broncos over the Bengals? No, I think the Dolphins sucked. Yeah, never mind. I feel like it's
I'm fine either way. I might just take it as my pick. So
okay. All right, Falcons, Cardinals, Falcons -3. Don't want any part of this game. Raiders, Texans, Texans -14.
I like the Cardinals in that game. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
I think Jacoby Brissett is balling right now. The guy has done nothing but come in there and sling the hell out of that ball and kill it for anybody who needed stuff in fantasy, especially if you're a recipient of picking up Michael Wilson. And that guy has just been lighting up the scoreboards. So he's helped me in playoffs, fantasy playoffs. And yeah. So Cardinals, let's go Cardinals over the Falcons this week.
Fuck fantasy football. I don't even want to talk about that. Texans, Raiders -14. Texans -14. I mean, it's a lot of points. We already got three games picked, and I don't feel confident over any of our other 3 picks, so I'm going to skip that one.
Texans win, but yeah, 14 points is wild.
Steelers, Lions. I'm hoping for the Steelers to win.
Lions are going to win that game. 7 points. Yeah. The Steelers are one of those, like, they're just okay. They're really not great. They're one of those teams that they might like slide into the playoffs, but they aren't going to do shit with it. They're just not. They're not good enough to be in the playoffs. The Lions win this game.
Patriots, Ravens. I like the Patriots here. Ravens -3.
My gut would be the Patriots as well. But my heart says that the Ravens are going to win this game, so that way the Bills can go and steal the division away from the Patriots.
I like it. A little conspiracy there. 49ers, Colts. 49ers -6. I mean, you got to take the 49ers at this point.
Yeah. The Philip Rivers doesn't look good enough.
Yeah.
Surely to say that he's going to go into, well, they're at home, but to beat the Niners.
I think his longest pass last week was over just like around 28 yards.
Yeah, he looked slow. I mean, he kind of saw everything that you expected. But he was out there. I don't know if you saw it, but he was out there yelling at guys. Like, he has not lost a single ounce of fire. Like, that guy was like, oh man. But you love to see that. You want to see that in your quarterback. Like, I still love to see that shit. He should be pushing people. He should be yelling at people, not accepting shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, Niners win that game.
All right, buddy. We have Bucks. We have 3 games so far picked. I'm gonna let you pick your game.
I'm between a few, right? But scroll down to the bottom. I'm more towards the bottom. I want to take my Cowboys, but I'm not going to take my Cowboys. I'm going to stay away from picking our team this week. I want to mix it up a little bit. I want to take the Lions here. I want to take the Cardinals, and I also want to take the Broncos. Like, those are my three that I'm torn between. However, the game that I really want to see and I'm most excited to see this week because of just where the teams are. They're two teams that are going into the playoffs, and I think it's just a good head-to-head matchup. I'm going to take the Broncos over the Jags this week at -3.
Sounds good. And for me, we gotta get our get back. It's our get back game. It's our statement game. It's our game that we need to
You're
win.
gonna jinx them. You've already done it every time you pick them.
I'm not. No, there's no jinx in my blood, brother.
Okay,
I'm not Marty the Mush. Let's go.
You've done it already.
Bears +1, baby. Let's go. It should be Bears -3, to be honest with you. I'll get the alt spread.
If anything, I would give you Bears -1 that it should be, a -3 no.
All right. Well, with that being said, you just proved my point that the Bears is a great pick. So, Bears +1, baby. Let's go. So, for this reasons, we have the Bucks. All right, I'll just run them down real quick. Packers, Bears +1. We're about to get our get back. We have Bucks over the Panthers because the Panthers screwed us last week. The Panthers have their offense coming back. We have Jets, Saints. We have picked the Saints -4.5 because the Jets absolutely suck. Bengals, Dolphins, Bengals -4 because the Dolphins are the second suckiest team. And then we have Jags, Broncos, home field advantage, better defense. Jags' schedule has been a little sus. All
Like
right.
it.
That's it. All right, buddy. I don't know how we do it every week, but we just somehow we keep banging these things out, and we hit about the hour mark every single time, and we don't even realize it. I don't know. It's like an average of an hour mark.
That's just that consistently, man. We got it in us. We got it in us. We know we got this thing down. Hopefully, everybody is enjoying it, and go Cowboys.
Boys. Hold on one second. I have one conspiracy theory for you today. Did you hear about Quentin Tarantino moving to Israel?
I did not.
Apparently there's these files that are coming out, and allegedly there's some pictures that I may or may have not seen that may or may not be fake, but apparently he fled to Israel to avoid any sort of future prosecution because apparently the files, some sort of files, I don't know what they're called, but some e-files are coming out this upcoming week, and apparently he's on them. And there has been an official of Israel that was caught with doing some pedo type stuff. It was either 2023 or 2024, and he was going to be prosecuted here, and they gave him a bond, and guess where he went?
Israel.
Back to Israel. Just saying.
Listen, if that is true, all I have to say is RIP for us because we get to no longer have any Quentin Tarantino movies because I'm a fan of his movies. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of the guy, especially with that shit. But yeah, that's pretty shitty for us. I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't bring up your oh my god, I can't remember the name of it. What was the name of the conspiracy with the comet that was moving?
Three-eye Atlas.
Three-eyed Atlas. Because supposedly there was speculation and there was rumors going around about Elon Musk confirming or saying that he believed that it was and is a spaceship, basically, that it is a alien craft.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you never brought up that one because although there was speculation and people said that he thought that, there was never an official announcement or recording or anything of relevance stating or from his end that proved that he said that. But there was a lot of speculation and he never denied it. and he's usually somebody pretty quick to post things and one way or the other about his beliefs, and he's kind of been crickets on this one.
And isn't it funny that NASA was the government had shut down or something? I can't remember what the specific was. Maybe the government shut down, but NASA wasn't releasing any sort of findings or saying anything publicly because they were shut down during that entire time.
Yeah.
Just saying. I don't know. Just
It's interesting.
if something has come to fruition here and things come out to be true, and I did say it, several months ago, all I'm saying is, maybe I'm not just talking out my ass every day.
Do you know last where the trajectory was for that?
No.
Yeah, we've been following. Gotcha. Oh, well, before we end, I do want to say, for those who don't know, my boy's birthday was last Sunday. Tony Tone's World. We won't shout out his age because it's a little up there. But my boy's birthday was last Sunday. Didn't mention it on the podcast, but happy birthday to you, my boy. Had to throw it out there. So anybody who does follow, show him a little love. Give him a happy birthday. We lost him on camera again.
Lost my camera. What the fuck is going on? That's an omen. Something happened, dude. You put some voodoo on my camera right now. Dude,
he's got camera shy, guys. He gets camera shy sometimes, But yeah, happy birthday to you, my boy.
All right, well, we're gonna end this podcast with no camera because I'm not gonna fix it right this second. But thank you very much. It was a good time. Thank you for everybody that came out to the bar. Thank you to my wife for holding me down throughout the birthday weekend and being there and having a good time, and my kids as well. So, yeah, thank you. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.